So I know you're probably immediately thinking, what's this dickhead got to say? Why do I need to hear another mindset shift that's going to be able to, 10x my life or make my life exponentially better or whatever? And who is this dickhead anyway? So basically, the short version is I've worked with like 100 plus agencies, so marketing agencies, in the last couple of years. And I've got a lot of data points about how people act when they're trying to be successful and how people act when they really feel that tense, almost white knuckling drive where they want to be successful so bad, they just want it. They want the thing. And the reason I point that out is because a lot of times when we're trying to be successful, it's not as if we don't want to be. You know what I'm saying? It's not as if you don't want to be successful. I feel like everyone wants to be successful in whatever, right? Whether they want to be, make 10K a month, whether they want to make 100 mil a month, or whether they want to make however much a month, or just be a good father, good dad, good brother, good sister, good mother, wife, whatever. Everyone kind of has these ideal situations for themselves that they strive towards being in. You know what I mean? So it's a pretty broad thing to say you want to do something. But I think the thing that really, really separates people from the perspective that I've gained from working with all these people, like it's not even that they're in this specific business. It's more that just speaking to this amount of people and having these amount of data points about how people act it has been valuable for me. And the thing that I've learned, or one of the main things that I've learned, is the people that actually are more perfect in terms of closer to perfection in the way that they pursue their success, those people are the ones that actually look at themselves and identify problems faster. So instead of having this mindset where they're constantly thinking, I'm really good, I'm the best, I'm so great, I'm really smart, I already know how to do that, or I already know how to do this, the better people will actually look at themselves in a very, very point blank manner, and they will rapidly identify where they suck. Because the faster that they can do that, the faster they can bring in a solution. So, for example, if someone knows they suck at sales and they're really bad at it, you want to identify that quickly, because you're losing money every single sales call that you book that you don't close, that someone who is better at sales could have closed for you. So, for example, if you're closing at 10% and someone who's actually semi-competent could close at 30%, that's like 20% of the deals coming through the door that you're literally pissing up the wall. Like, it could be an easy 3x for your company if you fix that. So it's better, obviously, to identify that faster. But the problem, and it sounds kind of obvious when I say it sounds really obvious, but it's just not a thing that people realize. And the real mindset shift here is you have to attach a beneficial feedback loop towards finding problems within yourself. Almost, you have to find that feedback loop where if I find something bad about myself, it's almost a tick. Because right now, I think most people, if they said, "What the hell are you talking about? You found something bad about yourself? That's bad. Why would you want to find something bad about yourself?" Well, it's because then you can fix it. If you don't know about it, if you just have this thing in you that you're not aware of it being bad or being wrong, and it's just existing, I would rather fucking know. I would rather know about that. Why would you rather have that sit there, stewing and growing and metastasizing and getting worse, when you could just identify it like that and then remove it? It's like if you had a cancer, if you had a tumor in your stomach or something, you'd want to find that as soon as humanly possible. So if you have this imperfection in your skill set, or in even the way you operate, the way you treat people, if you have this lack of awareness that's showing up, and it comes out in many ways. You might even just think you're better than you are at making people trust you. Like, you might think you're really charismatic, and then everyone around you is kind of like, oh, I don't know, that guy kind of sucks. I don't know, maybe I've been there, maybe that's just me. But you might just have this gap between the way that you see yourself and the way everyone else sees you. And that gap is the exact same thing that I would associate with a problem, or it's that thing, that malignant tumor that you have that you want to get out. So like I said, attaching that benefit, or attaching a tick towards finding that problem, in my experience, has been something that has been absolutely insane. It's been an insane benefit for me to be able to attach that beneficial feedback loop, because what it does is it allows you to tighten the time that it takes to identify problems. Because if you're really slow to identify problems, it's most likely because you're just trying to protect your own ego. You're trying to uphold this vision of yourself. And I talked about this in a video recently, but it's so important. I wanted to bring it up again because it's that integral. And I'm thinking about it that much recently, because I'm looking at all these agency owners and all these people that I work with and thinking, what is separating these people so much? Because you have people that their business will plateau for 12, 24 months or more. And then you have people that will scale their business to 100K a month in 7 months. And it's like, well, what's the difference here? And you have people that scale to 900K a month in 12 months. And you have people that scale this fast or do this fast. And it's really, really apparent that the people that can get the outcomes that they want in their life are not afraid to look at the things that are wrong with them. They're not afraid to look at the things that are wrong with them. And like I said, it's actually attaching a positive feedback loop towards being able to identify those things. I don't want to have to repeat it, but I feel like repeating it is just, it's such an important thing because it tightens the time. So positive feedback loop towards finding negative things. Positive feedback loop towards finding negative things. And the more that you can reinforce this, the better, and you'll just get faster and faster and faster. And you might have even noticed I've tried to do this myself. So I'm trying to be a good metacaster. You might have even seen in my videos if I say, hey, if you thought this sucked, tell me. Please tell me. Tell me if it sucked. Tell me. If you thought this was shit, just let me know, please. Fast. Come on. Because I don't want to be the one that's unaware of X, Y, and Z occurring badly. I want to find that out quick. And the more that you push that, it just becomes this virtuous flywheel where you're finding out all these problems and you're just solving problems, and then you can just do whatever you want. You're moving much faster than the person that's like, oh no, I'm really good at YouTube. Oh yeah, I'm really good at this. I'm an expert cold emailer. I'm an expert at sales and persuasion. Well, no, you suck. You were closing lay down leads for 3 years, and now you're talking to cold leads and you can't close a thing. You're not a lead at sales. You have to figure it out. You have to get better. You have to hire someone else. You have to get better. And I think while part of it is going to be attaching the positive feedback loop with finding the problem, it's also going to be removing the negative feedback loop. Because really, if you look into it, the reason that you feel so negative when you find a problem is probably just because of how you associate it, because of, just how you view yourself, or trauma, and you're trying to compensate, or you're trying to, tell everyone that you're this good or you're that good. The more that you have to project out that you are X, Y, and Z, like the more you have to project out, it's the same thing. It's like the guys that wear the triple bust down Rolex usually don't have it like that. And then you see Zuckerberg's just wearing a white t-shirt with a nice little chain, and everyone thinks, oh my God, look at the aura. The aura on TRT Zuckerberg is crazy. It's very different. It's very clear when someone has it like that and when someone doesn't have it like that. It's very, very different. So what I mean when I say that is, instead of trying to grab on and white knuckle onto this vision of yourself, this ego that you have of yourself, instead of trying to white knuckle that, you have to just let that go and just allow yourself to just accept yourself, because it's not as if it's some wow hippie stuff. Maybe it is. Maybe it's just a psyop, but I'm trying to get you to get into the wow hippie stuff. It's just a good video sales letter for that. But really what it is it's just those two things: releasing the negative association with finding a problem, and attaching a positive association with finding the problem. Those two things will accelerate you much, much faster than not having them in your life, in my opinion. And it's like a little bit of a writer downer in a way, where just if I could just tattoo those two things on my brain, I think I would do better. And that's kind of the point of this video. So hopefully this was valuable. I'll see you in the next video. And yeah, if you like it, stick around. If you don't like it, either tell me or piss off. All good.